Spent in a miserable way.
U.S. News Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg makes first public appearance since cancer surgery. Los Angeles. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg on Monday night made her first public appearance since in December, attending a celebration of her life presented in song. The 85-year-old justice attended a production of Notorious R.B.G. in song at the National Museum of Women in the Arts in Washington. The program about Ginsburg did not speak, and many in the crowd did not know she was there. She sat in the back. Ginsburg had not made public appearances since undergoing a pulmonary lobectomy December the 21st after doctors discovered cancerous nodules in her left lung. Recovery from some on the extreme political right had insisted that the justice's ailments were graver than the Supreme Court has acknowledged, suggesting it would be an ominous sign if she skipped President Trump's State of the Union address Tuesday night. Actually, it would be more like par for the course. Ginsburg did not. The court has said that although Ginsburg missed oral arguments last month, she will vote in the cases based on briefs and transcripts, and that she has participated from home in deciding which cases the court has accepted or rejected for its docket, as well as in some emergency decisions. The court's last statement on her health, released January the 11th, said her recovery from surgery is on track. Post-surgery, Ginsburg has spoken with the filmmakers who on January the 22nd were nominated for an Academy Award for their documentary R.B.G. Her son James. The court will meet next in public session February the 19th. Despite her appearance Monday night, it is unlikely that Ginsburg will go to the Capitol on Tuesday. Few things are met. Justice Clarence Thomas has not been since 2009. Justice Antonin Ginsburg has attended past State of the Union addresses. Television cameras have caught her napping at several. But Ginsburg, who created controversy when Trump was a candidate by calling him a faker and expressing distress about the possibility of his election, has not attended Trump's events. She skipped his first. She has attended White House events for her two newest colleagues nominated by Trump, Justices Neil M. Gorsuch and Brett M. Kavanaugh, and the president tweeted his well wishes after her surgery. Ginsburg, who was chosen for the court by Clinton, appears to have a more partisan attendance record than most justices. She did not show for any State of the Union address given by President George W. Bush, whose election was secured by the court's decision in Bush v. Gore. On the other hand, Ginsburg made all of President Obama's speeches. She attended only. In 2009, Ginsburg said she had attended that year's presidential address for a specific reason. She had just under. Raindrops, drop top, top smoking.